Are you a prisoner of your own mind? Are you unable to get past your negative thinking? Before we've talked about attitude, and it's either it's positive or negative. Zig Ziglar used to have another saying, something along of being like a hardening of the attitudes, right? And a lot of times that is a result of people just having locked in thinking, right? They don't allow themselves to be successful. They have these limitations that they put on themselves, right? So it may be, I can't do something, or they think that they can't learn, they can't connect well with people, they don't have the skills, they don't have the resources. Whatever it may be, they have this thinking that they are stuck wherever they are currently in life, and that's never the case. So if that's you, just pay attention, right? So when it comes to this locked-in thinking, or being a prisoner of your own thinking, it's just, it obviously means, we got to change. It starts with small steps. I'll give you the story actually real quick. There used to be a lady, I'm not going to say her name, so I'll call her, so there used to be a lady that everybody knew, and they actually made a nickname for her. And that's how bad it was. They used to call her Grumpy Dee Dee. And Grumpy Dee Dee would show up to like social events, and she would always have like a scowl on her face, and she would sit there and she'd look at everybody in the room, and people would always think like, why is that lady so mad? And I said, I don't think she's mad. It's just that, she has a different way of looking at life and interacting. So I started interacting with her. And she'd always tell me, people aren't kind. They don't talk to her. Nobody interacts with her. She doesn't have a lot of friends. And I remember I walked away from our first conversation. Okay, I need to think about how to talk to this lady, because she's locked in with her thinking. And so I remember the next time I talked to her, same thing, just sitting in a corner by herself, mad look on her face, and people are like, why is she so mad? I said, I don't know, I'll go talk with her. And I remember talking with her, and I asked her one time, have you ever tried a different approach? And she said, what do you mean? Because nobody wants to hear that the problem is themselves, right? So I don't remember the exact words I used with her, but it was along the lines of, hey, let's try doing something different and see how people respond. Won't that be interesting, like an experiment? And immediately her thought was, well, I can't do anything different. This is who I am. And if people can't accept it, I said, I get that. However, if something's not working, let's change our approach. Let's try something different. And I said, hey, do me a favor. Try smiling at like the next however many number of people. And she did. And I don't remember if it was that night or the next time, but someone actually said, hi, and then started responding. And then over time, she started changing, and people started noticing, right? Because she got out of her own thinking that she couldn't connect with people and she couldn't interact, and that people could actually like her instead of dislike her. She had this idea that people wouldn't like her, and that's the energy she put out. So when we changed that, she started acting differently, so her behavior changed, and by default, people took that energy they received, and it changed. Over time, people said, wow, she's changed. And she started finding that people would talk to her and interact with her, and life started becoming different. I don't know how it was everything else she was doing in life, but I can tell you from what I saw, she started becoming a different person. But it took some time to melt down that barrier that she had locked herself into. A lot of people have that attitude. It's I can't, I don't have resources, I'm unable to, whatever it may be. Even if it's, I was raised a certain way, or I didn't have certain things growing up, and then that's why I am the way I am now. That's not an excuse. When you become an adult, we have to become responsible for ourselves. And that's what I want you to be able to do. All right, so if you're locked in your thinking, you got to find the key and unlock it. And from there, you're going to start seeing, you'll start making small achievements. And once you start doing that, the ball will get rolling, you'll build momentum, and you can do better from there on out. All right, so I want you to think about your thinking. What are you doing with it? All right, keep it on the positive level. I believe in you.